Kelly, would you come in here, please?
Oh, you didn't.
And you brought a friend.
I bought Albert.
Oh, my.
He's usually very good.
This is Jaclyn Smith, and this is Albert. A standard, give me your paw, Albert.
He does, oh.
Does he do any tricks?
I knew you were going to do that.
He's playing dead dog right now.
I thought Kate was going to bring Catcher.
Well,
They're very good friends.
You know what she'll do to Albert?
He was to do San Pedro Bombs last week, and he was taken out, so I thought I'd give him a
Is that a segment
chance.
of the show?
Yeah, we did it, and
It's a new show
it's,
that we did a guest thing on for their their kicking off episode.
and so.
Not a spin-off from Charlie's Angels.
Oh no, it's a whole new show, and I had him all in the scene, and I think he took the attention away or something.
They always do.
Yeah.
Did you bring him out because you've never done a talk show before and you wanted company?
I was a little nervous, yeah.
Really?
When I can't talk, they can look at him.
We're so honored to have you here.
It's nice to be
And
here.
folks, it's not trick photography. They are really that good looking. Who do they spend all the time on? You've got longer hair. They spend more time on you, don't they?
No, definitely not. Kate is more outspoken, and they spend more time on her. In fact, she always talks for me.
More demanding, do you mean, or outspoken?
No, she's not. More outspoken. She's not more demanding.
Describe the character you play, Kelly.
My character really is, I would say, the more serious of the girls, and the more withdrawn and the shyest, the more serious of the three. She takes things very seriously, and I think that's really my character in real life. The more old-fashioned and conservative.
You don't like old-fashioned, though. I read what you don't like.
Yeah.
It makes your teeth ache.
Well, they've overdone that, you know.
Well, how
I'm
about
bored with it.
square?
Well,
That's not a sin to be a little square.
I know. I
think it's
am
kind of
square. I'm
attractive.
very square. I
In what
really
ways?
am.
In what ways are you really square?
Well, I really don't fit into a Hollywood lifestyle at all. I tend to be shy. I'm not into Hollywood discotheques, and I'm very much a stay-at-home. And
You don't party and go to parties and
well,
whatever?
occasionally, but I'm very close to my family. They live in Houston, and I was never the type of girl who rebelled against them. You know.
Is it true that when you have problems, you call them and you always get the right answers?
That's right. That's right.
Save a lot of money.
I really
don't
do.
You don't have to go to a shrink at all. Just call
they're
mom and
great.
dad.
They're great. In fact, the last hiatus I went there, it was for 4 days, and I flew home, and it was terrific because it's a nice balance to all this. You know, this is sort of overpowering, and I go home, and they're very down to earth. And
Yeah, that part of the world. I married a girl from Oklahoma, so I know that people are so different now. It's a whole different lifestyle, isn't it?
it really is. I go home, and it's so calm and uncomplicated, and you know, all this, you know, you're here and your hair is brushed, your clothes are put on, your makeup's done, you know, and it's just...
That's not the way it is in real life.
No,
right?
it's really, this is not reality, so
You
I
don't
go
like
home.
being pampered, you're saying, more or less. huh?
No, like this weekend I was home and I was working around the house, and I enjoyed it, you know, I really do. I'm a homebody, and, you know, having later on a family and children, and still being able to work is very appealing to me. I like the balance of the two.
In the many things I read about you, the one thing that stayed in my mind, and so much of this, you know, you could just kind of put aside and say, well, that's probably some press agent that wrote that. But it's said that you're more interested in children and the raising of children than you are marriage.
Well, they go together, you know.
I know,
I
indeed.
mean, I couldn't have any children without being married, so I'd like to,
You could call rent a kid.
Well, that's
You-
right. That's right. Well, single people can adopt, and I very seriously thought about it. But the time schedule on this show is very hard, and I don't have the time. You know, everything's written that I'm teaching ballet to the asthmatic children, and I feel pretentious about talking about it because I haven't had the time to do it. But I will, and Charlie's Angels has made that possible. It's
You have
opened
worked
up. Yes.
with handicapped children, haven't
Yes,
you?
the
That's
Head
very
Start
rewarding,
children.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Teaching ballet. I love it. And I always think, well, I'll do it this Saturday, and I'll do it next Saturday. And the show has been, you know, we wake up at 5:30 every day, and I get home at 8 at night, or, you know, and it's hard. But I will do that.
You wake up at 5:30, and when are you on
Well,
the set?
today I didn't, but it's
Oh.
most of the time.
Start early in the morning.
Very early, because we have makeup and hair, whereas men don't have that problem.
Yeah.
But this show is glamour-oriented, and, you know, the clothes and the wardrobe fittings, and it's overpowering. So I haven't had a lot of time to do those things. And it's, you know, I talk about it a lot, and I want to do it, and I will. And, you know, I did in New York, and it was one of the nicest things I've been able to do. But I found that working with the children, if you know, abruptly stop, they get very attached to you because they, you know, their whole life has been, well, their mother and daddy have been there and then taken away, and then they get attached to me, and then I go away. So it has to be,
sad, isn't it?
yeah, it has to be from, you know, a routine to them.
You were saying you don't think you fit into this kind of life, and it's not easy for one who doesn't to stay away from it because of the requests that are put upon you. You've got management telling you you've got to be seen here, you really should go to this opening, and this is important. I've never bought all that, you know. I mean, you're on a show that's seen by millions every week, and suddenly somebody says, there's an opening, there are going to be 400 people at this opening, but they're all the right people. How can that be in one evening?
I really haven't. I have surrounded myself with people who respect my lifestyle and understand me, and they don't put those demands on me, really.
Are you an astute businesswoman? I keep bringing that up in these articles. Are you?
Well, I love decorating and I love doing over houses, and I've been doing over my house, and it's restoring it to an 18th century colonial.
It's a replica of Tara, isn't it?
Yeah, they've overdone that too. I'm sure everybody's bored with me. I keep saying
No, but are you liked Gone with the Wind? didn't
I
you?
loved Gone with the Wind. I would have been perfect in that lifestyle. You know, the hoop dresses, a little nap every day, and, you know, your mother right there and the mammy. I loved it. I mean, I don't mind people taking care of me. I love that. So I realized that it is very important to be emotionally independent, but that lifestyle I would have enjoyed.
If they remade that, would you like to play Scarlett?
Well,
That's
yeah,
the
I
ultimate
mean,
for an actress, isn't it, a role like that?
it really is. I mean, Vivian Leigh was my favorite actress.
she was
Yeah,
spectacular.
and when they say that they're going to do it over, I sometimes think it's a mistake because I don't think anybody's going to ever come near to those people.
The stars they turned down in getting to Vivian Leigh for that role, I was stunned when I
Amazing.
found out.
Yeah.
You know,
Fine
mammoth stars.
Actresses.
Passed them all by, and I finally said, she's the one, and
Yeah.
she's British and all.
Right, it is amazing.
I was stunned at that.
But the British accent and the Southern evidently is very close, they said, and was very...
I've never noticed
You
that.
wouldn't
With the
think so.
lilt.
Yeah.
You know.
The lilt. And they said she was just in town, and she was on the set when they were testing, and I know they changed directors. He took one look at her and knew that was Scarlett O'Hara, and they'd looked for a year, I think.
Sure.
I mean, they'd been preparing. So, in a way, I think they should leave it alone and not redo it.
You're a bachelorette in this Sin City. Is there a special man in your life?
Yes, there is, but I really don't like to
I'll
talk
find
about
out it's the same guy. I'll clip his wings.
Did you
I'll tell
talk
you
about
that.
yours?
No, I didn't say a name. I never said a name.
I never
You want to
say
give us
anything.
initials so we can work on it?
Oh, no.
No, nothing like that.
I think it's sort of unfair, you know, that they're not here to talk, and
Of course
my
it is.
personal life I like to keep private.
You think there's that you can combine what you're doing now and a marriage? You think it could ever work?
I do think it can work. You just have to have two very understanding people, and I think the other person has to be as busy as you are, or it can be a problem, or have something to take their time because the hours are draining.
Yeah,
And,
absence does not make the
there's-
heart grow fonder.
No, it's hard, but I think it can work, especially when you have two people doing
The same
just
thing.
as busy as one another.
Yeah.
And
You-
it's ideal because it's nice to go home to someone and order in your life.
You've had one unsuccessful marriage. You think
That's right.
think you're ready for another one?
Well, I
Not an
wanna-
unsuccessful, a marriage.
That's right. We're still very
Yeah.
close friends.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
out
we're
there.
best friends.
Are you?
Yeah. So-
Better friends now than you were when you were married.
Yeah, I think we understand each other better now, and maybe there's a little more
He's an
respect.
actor, too, isn't he?
He's
You're-
yes, uh-huh.
We can mention his name, can't we?
Yeah, Roger Davis. He's doing a show now called Aspen, a novel for television, which is really nice for him. So.
Okay, we'll be right back with the newest angel, Cheryl Ladd, right after these messages.